Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Danger coming at you with another Madden video, but this is not a Madden video. This is going to be an NFL 2020 playoff prediction bracket. First time doing one of these, so bear with me, but luckily my team got into the playoffs, the Minnesota Vikings. And yeah, this should be pretty fun. Like I said, these are just my opinions. Obviously I'm not a professional, but I mean, no one can make a professional bracket, I guess. But I'm just going to go over my opinion, why people should win or why I think they're going to win. And if I was betting money, why I would pick them. So yeah, let's just get into it. If you are new, hit that sub button. If you enjoyed this, drop a like. If I didn't pick your team, drop a dislike or leave a bad comment. Either or, doesn't matter to me. But let's get started on the AFC wild card. We're going to start with the Patriots versus the Titans. All right, now, honestly, I didn't even know the Titans were going to make the playoffs. But the Patriots, obviously, you guys kind of knew he was going to make the playoffs. But what I really think is going to happen, I think the Patriots are probably going to... It's going to be a close one, I'm guessing. I think the Titans will put up a good fight. But honestly, let's be real. I think the Patriots will walk out of there with a win fairly easy. If I had to bet, I don't know what the spread is, but if I was going to bet, I'd pick the Patriots. If they were favored by a lot, maybe... I don't know. But definitely think the Patriots are going to win. So right there, that we'll move them up a bracket. So they will go face the Chiefs next. Let's get to the next wild card game, which I think is probably going to be one of the better games this coming up weekend. Bills versus Texans. Now, I don't really watch too many Texans games, but I've seen Deshaun Watson. He's pretty good, but then I also see sometimes the team just doesn't show up. Same with the Bills. They're really good, but sometimes they just don't show up. But I think the Bills have like the best defense in the NFL, and I think that will be enough to push them over the Texans as long as Deshaun Watson doesn't go off. If they can contain him and Hopkins, the Bills should have all the energy to win that game. Like they say, defense does win championships, so I would really like the Bills in this position. If I was going to bet, I would pick the Bills. So boom. Let's keep going with the AFC. So right up here, we got the Chiefs versus the Patriots. Now, I think this one's going to be a shootout. But I really think the Chiefs have the upper hand in this just because the Patriots have no receivers. Like, I don't know. Edelman is going to be coming back, I think. Or is he already back? I don't remember. But the Patriots, I just feel like they're not going to be able to keep up with the Chiefs. I think Tyreek Hill is going to go off. I don't think there's a cornerback in the league that could stop him. If I'm being honest with you guys, I feel like the Chiefs are going to pull the upset here. I really do. I don't know. I feel like the Patriots might show. Maybe this will be the year they don't make it. But I really do like the Chiefs in this. If I was going to bet, I would pick the Chiefs. So right there, we have the Chiefs going up there. Next up, we have a really good game because they played in the regular season, and it was a good game. I remember watching it. Bills versus the Ravens. Now, honestly, Lamar Jackson is out of this world. Like, this dude is having an amazing year. It's like he's playing Madden out there. He's playing Madden with these defenders. The Bills defense, I don't know if they'll be able to contain them. There are a really good defense, but I don't think anyone's been able to contain the Ravens this year. And Lamar Jackson, they can run, they can pass. Who's that tight end they have? Mark Andrews, really good. The running back, Mark Ingram. I don't know if Josh Allen has it in him to win it. Honestly, this is one that I could have went either way just because I feel like the Bills, I don't know, they just have that like dark horse mentality or something. I don't know. Just have a feeling about it, but I'm going to go with the Ravens in that one just because I think Lamar Jackson is just going to torch them. Now going up to the NFC, let's start off with my Vikings versus the Saints. Now this game, if you haven't known, the Vikings and Saints in their playoff history, there was that whole Brett Favre, Bounty Gate, like in 2009, where, they were paying the players to hurt the quarterback, which we should have won. That game was so painful to watch. He threw a last-minute interception, ended up losing, and then recently in 2017, the Minneapolis Miracle against the Saints. So obviously, I feel like this game is going to be really good, but obviously me coming as a Minnesota Vikings fan, I think Dalvin Cook is going to torch them. I honestly think we're going to be able to outrun them. We're going to run them. Hopefully, if Kirk Cousins shows up, which, I mean, it is a Sunday noon game, he should show up. Hopefully he does, man. But obviously, I think as long as we don't put roads on Michael Thomas, we will be chilling. And we will get that dub. It will be close, but we are going to take that dub. Fat dub. Now coming up, we got the Seahawks versus the Eagles. Now, the crazy thing is, could have been the Cowboys or the Eagles. The Seahawks are in there, which, they have a really good record, but the 49ers have a better one. Now, this game, I think, is going to be honestly pretty fun to watch. I feel like it's either going to be really close or it's going to be a blowout. That's just my opinion. I really think it's going to be either one of those games. It's going to be close, or it's going to be one team is just going to destroy them. And the team that I think that will destroy them is going to be the Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks, Russell Wilson I don't know, he has that magic touch. Like, I don't know, you guys I can't describe it. Like, I feel like he's going to make something happen. Carson Wentz, I feel like they started getting a little spark, but they don't have Nick Foles. But I'm definitely going to take the Seahawks in this one. No questions asked. I mean, if you barely made the playoffs, you're fighting for that. I don't think, they're going to be able to stand against the Seahawks. So if I was betting, Seahawks would be my move. Now, let's get on to Green Bay versus the Packers. Now, honestly, I know it sounds biased, and it is kind of biased, but I have logic. Hear me out. So when the Vikings played Green Bay earlier this year at Lambeau, we almost won that game. Like, we should have won that. There were so many opportunities. Like, our defense, the last 2 times we played Rodgers, he hasn't been able to do anything. It's just our offense has not shown up. The first time, Kirk Cousins, I don't know what happened. Then, he had his little apology thing, and then he started going off in October, November. Plus, we didn't have Dalvin Cook in the last game, which he is honestly, Dalvin Cook is like 85% of our offense, which is crazy. I honestly think if we have healthy Dalvin Cook going up against Rodgers, or if our defense shows up like they did in the last 2 games, there's no questions we should win this game as long as Kirk Cousins can make, the few key throws. I just don't think the Packers can keep up with the Vikings. I think we lost to them twice, but I think it was like the last game we didn't have Cook or Madison, so we were basically going in with a third string running back. We kind of had to pass the ball, so they were able to blitz on us. Luckily, we're not going to go in that. We're going to have both of our running backs healthy, good to go, and our defense, hopefully they show up again, and we will get that dub. I'm telling you guys, we are going to win. Now, next up, we got the 49ers versus the Seahawks. If you guys did not watch the game last night, it was insane. It was a crazy game. It literally came down to like inches on the field. I think this is honestly going to be an amazing game to watch. I literally can't wait to watch any of these games. Now, this one I could literally go either way. I think San Francisco got them both times, didn't they? I can't remember. I know but I think this one's going to be a shootout, and I honestly think the 49ers are like, I don't know what to say better, but they're just having like a crazy good year. It's kind of like just it seems like they're unstoppable, but they are going up against the Seahawks, which the Seahawks, I don't know, they tend to have crazy moments in the playoffs. Like, remember when they played in the playoffs last time and Richard Sherman came up with that clutch pass defense against Michael Crabtree and had that little post interview. But honestly, I have to say, I think the Seahawks are going to take this dub. If I was betting, like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to spit all these facts, but if I was betting, this is just my playoff prediction. I would take the Seahawks. Boom, right there. NFC Championship, it would be the Vikings versus the Seahawks. And honestly, that's going to be a good matchup. But let's get into the next one. We're going to go back to the AFC. We're going to go Chiefs versus the Ravens. Now, this one is going to be kind of dope because it's 2 super young quarterbacks, like super talented quarterbacks. It's going to be a shootout. I mean, both of them have offenses that can score a ton of points. I don't know really what else to say. They can score a lot of points. Their defenses are pretty good too. I really think it's going to come down to if they can stop Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, if you can stop him, I feel like you have a chance. But no one's been able to stop him all year. And it's not like you can just stop the run. He can pass to Patrick Mahomes. I feel like they could have been better if he didn't get hurt. But I still honestly think the Ravens are going to take the win right there. That's just my opinion. Next up, we got the Seahawks versus the Vikings in the NFC Championship game. Now, obviously, if you guys are a Vikings fan or a Seahawks fan, you guys know like in 13 or 14, we missed a field goal when we should have moved on in the playoffs. That was a terrible day as a Minnesota Vikings fan. But honestly, just saying that I'm a Vikings fan, I have to say the Vikings are going to win that game. The Vikings, it's going to be close. I mean, they put up a huge fight Monday night, and, Kirk Cousins sucks Monday night. Like, he doesn't show up to work on Mondays. And I honestly think we could get him. I honestly think we could get him. So that's going to be my Super Bowl right there. Vikings versus Ravens. Obviously I'm going to say the Vikings are going to win. I don't know what's going to happen. You never know if there's going to be injuries by them. That's the thing. Like, all these games, there could be injuries. You don't really know, but I just think the Vikings, this is their year. This is the Vikings' year. It is biased because I am a huge Vikings fan. But that's my NFL playoff bracket predictions. Comment down below. You can fry me because I don't really know what I'm talking about, I guess. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Peace.